long before cities, kings, or even farming. One simple invention changed the future of humanity forever. That invention wasn't the wheel or fire. It was something much smaller, but just as powerful. The knife helped humans cut food, shape wood, prepare hides, and survive in a dangerous world. But who actually invented the very first knife? The truth is, nobody knows. No one left behind a name, a drawing, or a story claiming the invention. Instead, the first knife was likely discovered by accident. A broken stone revealed an edge sharper than teeth or claws. That single discovery may have happened hundreds of thousands of years ago. It wasn't invented in one day. It slowly evolved through countless experiments. Each generation improved what the previous one had discovered. The journey to humanity's first knife had finally begun. Early humans soon realized that not every stone could make a good knife. Some rocks shattered into dull chunks, while others broke into razor-sharp edges. Flint, obsidian, and chert became some of nature's greatest gifts to early toolmakers. A single strike could reveal an edge sharper than many modern kitchen knives. These sharp flakes could slice through animal skin with surprising ease. Soon, hunters began carrying these sharp stones wherever they traveled. Life became a little easier with every successful cut. The best stone cutters became highly respected members of their groups. Children carefully watched every strike and every mistake. Knowledge spread long before anyone could write it down. Every sharper blade meant better hunting, safer living, and greater chances of survival. Without realizing it, these early toolmakers were changing the future of humanity one sharp stone at a time. At first, sharp stone flakes were held directly in the hand. They were incredibly sharp, but they were also dangerous to use. Someone had a simple but brilliant idea: attach the sharp stone to a handle. Strong branches became the first handles for these early blades. Animal tendons and plant fibers were wrapped tightly around the stone. Natural tree resin acted like the world's first glue. The new tool felt stronger, safer, and much easier to control. For the first time, people had something that looked remarkably like a real knife. The knife made preparing food much faster than before. Hunters could now skin animals with greater speed and precision. A simple wooden handle transformed a sharp stone into one of humanity's greatest inventions. From that moment on, the knife would continue to evolve alongside human civilization. The first knives did much more than cut food. They transformed the way humans lived. Building shelters became faster because wood could now be shaped with greater precision. Hunters crafted stronger spears by carefully sharpening long wooden shafts. Fishing also improved as people carved hooks, floats, and simple traps. Animal hides were turned into warm clothing that protected families from harsh weather. The knife became an essential tool for nearly every task in daily life. Soon, skilled toolmakers earned the respect of the entire community. The finest knives were carefully protected because replacing one was never easy. As groups met each other, valuable stone blades began to travel from one community to another. Good stone became so valuable that people journeyed great distances to find it. Without realizing it, these simple knives were helping build the foundations of civilization. A sharp stone tied to a wooden handle had become one of humanity's greatest tools, and its journey was only beginning. For thousands of years, stone knives served humanity remarkably well. But curious minds never stopped searching for something even stronger. One day, people noticed that certain rocks changed when left inside the hottest fires. Tiny pieces of shiny metal began to appear from the heated stones. This discovery marked the beginning of a new chapter in human history. The earliest metal knives were made from copper, a metal softer than today's steel, but easier to shape than stone. Metal blades could often be repaired instead of being thrown away. As metalworking improved, stronger bronze knives began to replace many stone blades. Communities quickly recognized the value of these stronger tools. Centuries later, iron transformed knife making once again. Each new material made knives sharper, stronger, and more reliable than before. Yet every modern knife still owes its existence to the first sharp stone picked up by an observant human hundreds of thousands of years ago. As knives improved, they became more than survival tools. They helped shape entire civilizations. Every farmer, hunter, and craftsperson depended on a reliable blade. A simple knife could carve wood into bowls, handles, and beautiful tools. It could prepare food that fed an entire family. It could also help heal by cutting clean strips of cloth for simple bandages. As villages became towns, skilled knife makers became highly respected. People traveled long distances to trade the finest blades. Each new generation discovered better ways to make blades stronger and sharper. Knives helped explorers build shelters in unfamiliar lands. They helped artists create beautiful carvings that told stories without words. From kitchens to workshops, the knife quietly became one of humanity's most trusted companions. What began as a sharp piece of stone had grown into one of the greatest inventions in human history. Even after hundreds of thousands of years, the knife remains one of humanity's most important inventions. Modern knives may look different, but they still perform the same essential task, making clean, precise cuts. The first knife inspired countless other tools that shaped human progress. Every civilization improved the blade in its own unique way. Some knives became treasured family heirlooms, passed from one generation to the next. Others became symbols of craftsmanship, patience, and skill. Explorers carried knives into unknown lands. Builders relied on them to create homes, furniture, and tools. Hunters, cooks, artists, and healers all found new purposes for the blade. Few inventions have remained useful for so many thousands of years. The true inventor may never be known, but their discovery changed the course of history forever. Sometimes, history's greatest heroes are the ones whose names were never recorded. Every meal prepared, every shelter built, and every tool carved carries the legacy of the first knife. That first sharp stone gave humans the confidence to reshape the world around them. It proved that nature could become a partner instead of an obstacle. Every new invention that followed began with one simple idea: improve what already exists. The knife taught humanity one of its greatest lessons. Small discoveries can create enormous change. Although we may never know the inventor's name, their curiosity still shapes our lives today. Perhaps the greatest inventions are not born in grand palaces, but in quiet moments of observation. One sharp edge inspired millions of minds to keep experimenting. That endless curiosity became one of humanity's greatest strengths. From a broken stone to the precision blades of today, the journey has never truly stopped. The first knife was never just a tool. It was the beginning of human innovation. The next time you hold a knife, remember that its story began hundreds of thousands of years ago, when an unknown human picked up a sharp stone and unknowingly changed the future forever.